Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to go over the sort of evolution of my hand axe snapping. See if I can fix the quality right there. Hopefully that's better. Just turn down the brightness a little bit. Oh, there you go. I don't know how to use this thing after this many years. Anyways, I'm going to go from left to right. This one is from 8 years ago, and the most recent one is from a few days ago. Um, there's quite a big gap between these 2 or 3 years. When I made this, I was interested in Neanderthals a little bit, and then there was a gap when I was only interested in like Native American and Salutrian stuff. So the first one I ever napped was made from Onondaga, um, collected by myself in Ontario with my flint napping mentor, and it's actually just a spall he took off that I lazily went around and made into a tip or a point. Um, I'm not sure how well that's going to come on camera, but right along the edge you can actually see where I tried to pressure flake it to cheat. So there's that one. It's kind of cool. It's the only one made of Onondaga that I've kept over the years, obviously because it's the first one I've made. Next is one I made 2 or 3 years ago. It's made from Georgetown Flint. It's a little chunky. It's got a turtle back like a Levallois core. Because it started as a Levallois core and then finished as a hand axe. It's razor sharp. I've used it for quite a few things. You can probably see the secondary retouch work on it. Sorry about that, I dropped my phone. So this one was actually napped with hammer stones and antler. This one was napped with copper tools because I learned, like many Canadian and American flint nappers, I actually started off with copper tools, and then I gradually made my way to hammer stones and antlers and all that. So this one was napped with hammer stones and antler. It's chunky boy. Next is made from English flint, and it's probably the thinnest and widest um, lithic I've ever made. So if you compare it to the one I just showed you, you can see there's quite a difference. This one is made from English flint. It's got some cool patterns in it. It's razor sharp. It's not very accurate, as most of them would have been a little chunkier. Maybe in France they would have made them this thin, but other than that, I it's not very um it's not very accurate. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. Allergies and stuff. As you can see, it's got nice colors. It's pretty cool. It's nice and sharp. I don't think I'd ever part with it or use it just because it's so thin, and it's quite nice looking. Okay, this one is one I made a couple months ago. It's a Mousterian hand axe. Mousterian style hand axe. All of them are pretty much. Um, this is made from Georgetown Flint and was napped with all hammer stones. As you can see, that there is lots of hinge flakes on it because I am now in the process of trying to use just hammer stones, believe it or not. So this one was napped with one hammer stone only. And I will grab that after I'm done showing you, just so you can see. This one was again napped with antlers and hammerstone. And one that I made Saturday. So whenever this video was uploaded, the Saturday. Yeah, so a few days ago I made this. I had a problem right here. It used to be longer, but I actually dropped it, so I had to retouch it. This one is pretty long. It's the longest lithic I've made. This is all done with hammer stones. Lots of hinge flakes, unfortunately, due to me not setting up proper platform, but it's razor sharp, and I hope to butcher something with it next year. Good center line. If If you compare the center line to my previous work, tip kind of goes all wonky. It's not too bad on this one. It's definitely pretty good on this one. Yeah, I guess my center line's been pretty good throughout the years. Maybe not so much on this side, it kind of bends, but whatever. So this one already has retouch work. I've never used it, but I did drop it and I broke the tip off. It used to be maybe half a foot long, maybe a foot, I don't know. So there's this one. It's not very thin, but compared to this one, it is. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab the hammerstone, and then I'm going to. Actually, we're gonna skip the hammerstone. You guys don't need to see that. It's just a rock. So I'll show you. But I'm going to show you some book recommendations because I've been asked quite a few times on Middle Paleolithic, lithics and all that, and history. So I'll show you some books, and we'll get right to that. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here is my selection of Middle Paleolithic, Mousterian, Neanderthal stuff. Most of these are easily found on Amazon or eBay. Some of them are no longer printed anymore and are fairly difficult to find at decent prices. This one right here will be the most difficult to get a hold of. This book, I think, was printed in the 1960s. This is the most rare book I own. And yeah, it's about the Shanidar Cave, obviously. And this one, it's easy to find, but to get it at a decent price is fairly difficult. Anyways, I recommend those two. This one especially has a lot of good information on the Middle Paleolithic. Yeah, so I get that. It's called the Old Stone Age. Cost me $30. It was originally $2.40. Sorry. This video is not being edited. This is another one that's a little difficult to get a hold of. I really like the Shanidar Cave. The Shanidar Cave site. It's very interesting. This got a lot of good information on bones and such that were found there. A lot of archaeological information. Oh my, I can't speak right now. The allergies in Ontario are just horrible. This book is easily found. However, it is not going to go for cheap. I don't believe it is being printed anymore. I do have a few pages bookmarked because the Linford Quarry site is actually very interesting in itself. It's got a few references for hand axes and all that. And yeah, so pick that up if you ever get the chance. I had to order this from the UK. Next, this will be the best one. Gives you names and stuff, and like shows you a bunch of lithics and all that, and just a bunch of archaeological data, timesheets and all that. So this one, I also recommend. I had to order this one from Germany. Sorry about that. I had to order this one from Germany. It's got, I haven't read it yet, but it's got some good pictures talking about hybrids and cultural exchanges with Neanderthals and anatomically modern humans. It goes into the hybrid theory, apparently, but like I said, I have not read it yet. I'll have links to this one because it's a little difficult to find. And if I don't, that's where you find it. Okay. Next one is this one. It's pretty good. Again, I have not read this one, but it talks about that site, obviously. And it has a lot of good reference pictures. casts of Mousterian and Levallois technology are very difficult to come by. But thankfully, I have a small stockpile of authentic artifacts. So that's pretty helpful when replicating this. No hand axes yet, or Levallois points. I have a few, but they aren't the typical triangular ones. Anyways, this is the last book I'm going to recommend. I have a whole library, so if you want me to talk about that, just let me know, and I'll show you some other interesting books I have. I recommend this one also. I have some pages bookmarked for Mousterian blades and all that. Back to knives and such. This goes into a bunch of data and some theories and all that. It's very good. I'm not done reading it. But I recommend this one also. So, thank you all for watching. And sorry this video isn't like my other ones. It's not well put together, but hey, whatever. It's going to be a good thumbnail. What do you think? I'm just joking. Not really. But anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope the audio was okay, because I just realized I had my earbud underneath the cowhide. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Oh, one last thing. The cave bear video should be out in a week or so. Just finishing